Hey you guys! If you missed ONDO at 75 cents when I talked about it and literally said it would surely make X's, then this video is for you. After all, instead of feeling FOMO, it is much better to find a coin that will bring you X's. So today, we're going to talk about a very promising RWA project that is likely to be ONDO's main competitor in this bull market. You will learn what Mantra is, what kind of asset it is, and what potential this project has. Does it stand a chance against ONDO and much more? So be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's get started. Before we get into the project itself, I want to talk a little bit about the direction of real-world assets. The current market is simply a generator of new narratives. If in the last bull cycle we saw a boom in the DeFi narrative, now it is RWA and AI. Although I have repeatedly talked on my channel about ONDO Finance, a fairly prominent representative of this narrative, it still seems that almost all people miss the coins from this area. So today I would like to talk about the latest news and catalysts of this market, and then move on to a review of a very promising representative of RWA. First, I'd like to do a little bit of proof that what I'm about to say is true. Take a look at this infographic. Since the beginning of this year, the market capitalization of tokenized treasury bonds has grown from $719 million to $1.44 billion. And the most interesting thing is that it's only 6 months old, and we've already seen almost a doubling. At the same time, back in 2023, this market showed an increase of 782%. Therefore, absolutely all experts believe that this market will become even bigger by 2028. There are several catalysts for such growth. First of all, I would like to highlight the fact that, unlike standard cryptocurrencies, this sector is clearly regulated. This will be one of the main reasons for growth. After all, RWA is much more interesting for institutions, and they are used to working by the rules, by clear and understandable rules. In June 2024, Asterism and Albus Protocol announced a strategic partnership to integrate KYC AML procedures. This partnership aims to improve regulatory compliance for DeFi and RWA solution developers, contributing to institutional investor confidence and market expansion. In addition, there are many projects that allow investment not only in real estate or currencies, but also in precious metals and other minerals. For example, Uranium-308 has recently begun to gain popularity. This project is a new type of commodity token that allows investors to invest in uranium through digital assets. And these are just a few examples of real catalysts for growth, but the biggest and most important will be the arrival of big funds in this market. Everyone already knows that BlackRock has its own RWA fund called Buidl, which occupies a huge part of the crypto market. At the moment, it is the top one in the entire market, and I am sure that this is just the beginning. Knowing that Larry Fink and his fund are so interested in crypto, and RWA in particular, we can conclude that in the near future, even more funds will be poured into this market. But enough about that. I propose to finally move on to review an interesting and promising token from the RWA direction. I have talked about this asset before in my video on ONDO. In that time, the asset has already surged by 20%, and I personally feel that this is just the beginning of something much bigger. So for those who don't know, this is a first-level blockchain specifically designed to tokenize real assets, acting as a bridge between traditional finance and decentralized finance. In general, the project brings a very clear and necessary goal to the market: to combine standard finance with DeFi and make everything as simple and clear as possible for any user. The platform provides solutions for converting ownership of real assets such as art, goods, and real estate into digital tokens. These tokens can be traded on the decentralized Mantra exchange, providing liquidity and new opportunities for asset owners, and the project also offers a variety of returns on the cryptocurrency itself, including single asset or multi-asset vaults, which is actually pretty cool because you have a real opportunity to choose a strategy that is convenient for you. Recently, the project has gained quite a bit of momentum as TVL is returning to its historic highs. In fact, you have to respect the project team because they have grown a lot recently in terms of partnerships and the overall operation of the blockchain itself. First, the project raised $11 million in March of this year. Second, the blockchain is developing quite actively, receiving a huge number of partnerships in various areas, from regular Web3 applications to crypto wallets. However, one of the most interesting events was a small partnership with ONDO Finance. Their strategic partnership aims to further expand the RWA direction. ONDO's USDY Vault will be launched on Mantra, providing access to short-term US Treasuries. This increases the market impact of this project and adds a significant amount of liquidity. By the way, this event caused a rather rapid increase in the number of Mantra stakers by as much as 30%. And before we move on to the potential of the project, I would like to mention the latest partnership with a fairly large bank. Mantra Chain and Zanbank signed an MOU to simplify the process of tokenizing real assets. The cooperation is aimed at developing a regulatory framework for RWA tokenization that meets the requirements of the Dubai Virtual Asset Regulator. While it may seem like a no-brainer, this partnership will allow Zan to integrate blockchain technologies into existing financial products, increasing the transparency and security of transactions. And now that we have learned about the project and the latest news about it, I suggest we move on to my price prediction. Before we move on to my price prediction, I would like to make it clear that this video is by no means financial advice. It is only my own opinion. So be sure to do your own research and invest wisely. In fact, I would like to say that Mantra is a pretty interesting project and the blockchain is just starting to gain popularity. Large partnerships and investment rounds, along with the growing interest in the RWA narrative, make this project very promising. In addition, the blockchain itself is developing and attracting as many projects and partners as possible, which also contributes to brand awareness. I especially like the partnership with the bank, which opens the way to the Dubai market, a country with one of the fastest growing economies in the world. So personally, I see very simple access to the total market cap of ONDO. It should be understood that with such growth, ONDO itself will grow even more. Of course, this is not much, but this is only a short-term perspective, and if we consider longer-term investments, I see more potential. If we talk about the peak of the bull market and the further development of the RWA narrative, I see it quite likely that the market cap of Hedera, which is also representative of the tokenization market, will reach its maximum. However, you have to understand that the market can behave in any way, and it is very important to focus on the overall state of the market and the narrative. And I want to remind you that this video is by no means financial advice. This is just my vision and thoughts on the market. So always do your own research before investing and invest wisely. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the growth of coins. Thanks for watching. Your Coin Post.